Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Barakahak Wadash, Barakatum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to you sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the Brother Ra'aya coming at you with another lesson, and I'll be reading from an article on dailymail.co.uk titled Grape Chat Groups with 70,000 members discussing how they have graped their sisters and mothers, offering their wives to be essayed and sharing advice is uncovered. And this was published on December 19th of 2024. And hey, this is just another example showing that Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai is getting ready to judge you women out here, especially of the tribes of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women, for all the wickedness you've been committing and indulging in. And we can see that the spirit of these men out here is waxing cold towards you women. You have these movements like MGTOW or the Red Pill becoming more prevalent, and men are just getting sick of what? You women cheating on them, divorcing them, and taking all their assets with the courts, child support, all these things. And, as society continues to deteriorate, you're going to see more instances like this take place. And then when it's just full-blown Jacob's trouble, you women are going to be some of the main targets out here because you are the weaker vessel. But before we get into it, let's get Isaiah chapter 32. I'm going to start at verse 9. And we're speaking to you Israelite women because you're the only ones that have a chance of being saved out here. For the rest of you heathen women, you're going to have to get it how you live. And hey, for the majority of you Israelite women, you're going to have to get it how you live because, the majority of you aren't going to repent and you're going to be judged, right along with these other nations of women. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Hey, through the prophets out on the highways and byways preaching this word, as well as putting up video epistles like this online. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, which, you women do dwell carelessly out here. When you get blackout drunk and, walk by yourselves on a Saturday night, you just don't expect anything bad to happen. But when something bad does happen, it's it's misogyny, it's unfair, it's men hate women, all that stuff. When what? You're the one being careless and ignorant out here. Because if a man, were to wear a $500 suit, drive a $100,000 or so car and go park it in the hood and just chill out there, what do you think is going to happen to him? Hey, you women don't want accountability out here, but accountability is about to cover you like a garment. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. And that vintage is all these government benefits you get out here. The courts taking your side, Section 8, welfare, SNAP, all these government jobs and, opportunities you get to go to college, get good jobs, calling 911. All these things are beginning to collapse. And there's going to come a point to where you're just completely assed out here. The gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. And for you women of the tribes, what you should be doing right now is repenting and trying to come back to your power, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, and get, into your feminine. But the majority of you still want to hold on to that feminist fantasy. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. 911 having a Captain Save-A-Ho to parachute down to save you. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briers, bad times, upon all the houses of joy in the joyous city. And what we're about to read about is what? a little example of these thorns and briars that are coming towards you women, because if stuff like this is happening in a green tree when society is still functioning, how much more when society finally collapses? An investigation has uncovered multiple grape chats where thousands of men discuss how to grape and essay women, including their own mothers and sisters. It's getting dirty out here. The groups, which have up to 70,000 members from a variety of countries globally, meet on the encrypted messaging app Telegram to share pictures and even live videos of SA. Members have also claimed to have assaulted their wives and female family members, with some even sharing advice and instructions on how to do it. In one shocking instance, a German man said he would sedate his wife and allow other men to SA her. The existence of the so-called grape chats were discovered over the course of a year-long investigation by German broadcaster ARD and its STRGF investigative team. According to the Daily Telegraph, the users also swapped tips on how to sedate partners and shared links to online shops where members could buy sedatives disguised as hair products. Of course, over the course of the investigation, some of the groups have been shut down, but members were sent links to join new ones. So like I just said, if stuff like this is happening when society is still functioning, how much more when there's chaos out here? So it would behoove you women of the tribes to spend this time of liberty, just like you men of the tribes to come back to your power, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. But for the majority of you, it's too late. Well, I'll say for the majority of you, you won't do it, and it'll be too late for you. But now let's get back to these precepts. This is Jeremiah chapter 4. I'm going to read verses 30 to 31. And, this is dealing with the nation of Israel as a whole, but we can also use it for you women, because you women are a part of the nation of Israel, and you wicked women are going to receive that same judgment that these men are going to receive. And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with paintings, you put on the nice tight dress, the makeup, you get ready to go out and have a good time, dwelling carelessly. In vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee. They will seek thy life. All those men you've screwed over, the ones you put on child support, the ones you've called 911 on to get them put up in jail, the ones you've cheated on, the list goes on and on with how down and dirty some of you women out there get with these men. And as I said, they will seek thy life. There's going to come a point where these men are allowed to come after you women and get their pound of flesh. For I have heard a voice as of a woman in travail, and the anguish as of her that bringeth forth her first child, the voice of the daughter of Zion, that bewaileth herself, that spreadeth her hands, saying, Woe is me now, for my soul is wearied because of the murderers, those coming to seek your life, whether those you've screwed over in the past or just a random man out here looking to get his rocks off. We're coming into some very dark times for you women, especially of the tribes, where the vintage shall fail. The sweet and fruitful things will no longer be there to comfort you. And because you've screwed over so many men, you're going to be out here on your own. This is Zechariah chapter 14. I'm going to read verses 1 to 2. Behold, the day of Yahweh cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee. For I will gather all nations, these heathen nations, against Jerusalem to battle. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So the nation of Israel, again including you daughters of Zion, and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished or graped. The time of Jacob's trouble, where all these calamities are going to be coming against you, wicked Israelites, which includes what? Your houses being broken into, these cities being taken under lockdown during martial law, being in war zones because of civil unrest, and the women ravished, you women being taken and raped out here, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and a lot of y'all are going to be getting sent to these detention centers to be tortured horrifically, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. So, again, it will behoove you women of the tribes to spend this time of grace, which we can see is quickly closing, to get back with your power, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, where in 2025, the hopeful year of the deliverance of the elect and the destruction of Esau, Edom. And this year has started off with a bang, literally, with what happened on, Bourbon Street, that Cybertruck incident in Las Vegas. You've got this death fog out here, talks of these different pestilences building up. We're just barely into 2025, and it's all these horrific things are coming down the pipeline, and it's only going to get worse. But this is Isaiah chapter 3. I'm going to read verses 25 to 26. And like I said, a lot of you women, through the men you've screwed over, or, just the men you are dealing with getting deleted or getting drafted to go fight in these wars, are going to be asked out here by yourselves. Isaiah 3 and 25. Thy men shall fall by the sword, getting deleted, in these race wars, civil unrest, all these calamities. And thy mighty in the war, men getting drafted to go die in World War III. Verse 26, and her gates shall lament and mourn, and she being desolate shall sit upon the ground. Sitting on the ground with your face in your hands, just lamenting for all these terrible times, because the vintage has failed and all you've got are those thorns and briars. But now I'm going to close it out with Isaiah 4 and 1, which is, for you women, the most hated, scripture in the Bible, even though a lot of you say you're, Christian, God-fearing women, because, hey, it's going to be a man of the Lord that's going to, take that reproach away from you. And, hey, it's to the elect out there, as we're about to read. Some brothers might, have one woman during Jacob's trouble. Some brothers might have 7. Some brothers might have multiple women cleaving unto them. So you women are going to have to, get back into that old spirit of being sister wives. But this is Isaiah 4 and 1. And the header reads, a remnant prepared. And in that day, the times of Jacob's trouble, 7 women, which just means a complete amount of women for whatever that elect brother is going to be dealing with, shall take hold of one man of the Lord, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Hey, you don't have to take us out, to the cheesecake factory. You don't have to pay for our hair or a trip to the salon. Hey, we'll take care of ourselves. Only let us be called by thy name. And how is a woman called by a man's name? Through sex, which is marriage according to the Bible. And what does it say? I believe in 1 or 2 Timothy's, she shall be saved in childbearing. You're going to become the wife of the man of the Lord by him entering into you. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. All these calamities of Jacob's trouble that are just going to be coming one after another. And, again, as from what we read with that article, with those horrific things happening while society's still functioning, how much more when society collapses and it's every man and every woman for themselves out here. But that's it for this lesson. And with this lesson, I hope you sincere Akim and Akwath out there were edified. And just keep strong. We are almost out of this final wicked captivity of the heathen nations, chiefly of the Edomites. Salakia. So I'm going to say, Abad Babol, Kwam Yasharala, and until next time, Shalom.